Perfect.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going. Yeah. Welcome into Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast. We're just some hunks that give you our fantasy football tips. We are not paid professionals, so if you played the wrong guy because of our advice, we do not apologize. That's your fault for listening to us.
Don't say that.
But boys, we had a pretty good week. We are surviving Bye-mageddon, week 7, almost in the books. We're recording on Monday night. What is today? October 25th? Jeez, Halloween right around the corner, then Thanksgiving, Christmas. But Ryan, you are back. Say hello to the people. They missed you.
I'm back, man. The prodigal son returns.
About
Here
time.
I am.
About
had a great week
damn
this
time.
week.
You had a great week? How'd you do?
Right now, I'm hoping to go 6-0 this week.
Hoping to go 6-0.
So 5-1 for sure. It's looking like 6-0 on the fringe, which for Bye-mageddon, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good. How about you, Regan? How you doing?
4-2 this week. 4-2. Not too bad.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna take it.
As long as you go 500 or above to survive this week, you're good. I think I need Jameis Winston and Marcus Callaway to get me like 10 points, and then I'm gonna be 6-1. 6-1. Well, 5-2. Sorry, Ryan kicked my ass because I had Austin Eckler on a bye, Dalvin Cook on a bye, Justin Jefferson on a bye in our Dynasty League, and Kelce didn't show up, which we'll get into later.
I got news for you, man. It was going to be an ass whooping regardless.
It would have been closer. You probably would have beat me by like 20, 25 points, but hey, it's all right. Win's a win. I started out hot. Now I'm getting nervous. So got to make some moves.
All that shit talking in the offseason.
I know. Pride comes before the fall.
Who's got Tom Brady?
I do have Tom Brady, and he did awesome. He can't carry the team. He can't, as Giselle once said, he can't throw and catch the ball. Dummy.
I like it.
But we hope you takers out there had a good week. Let us know in the comments how you're doing, how you holding up, if you survived, if you're panicking, if you're cruising, what kind of moves you need to do. You should not be cruising. Do not go into cruise control right now. But I mean like cruising with wins. But you can watch us at Just a Tip, a Fantasy Football Podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share our videos. We'd much appreciated. And like I said, comment, interact with us. Don't be shy. We don't bite. Regan likes getting bit, though. He told me. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and Google podcast platforms. So you follow and subscribe there. That'd be great. And just, share our tips with your friends and family. Our tips, we want to get them exposed out there. We're rising up in the ranks and podcast downloads and subscribers, so it's much appreciated to you guys out there. Thank you very much. I know Hutch out there, he really supports us. I kicked his ass this week, but we appreciate it, Hutch.
Wow.
But Bye-mageddon was hurting him. But with that, there was other people that got their ass kicked this week, and we are going to get into the Hurt Locker.
Broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
That's my favorite drop. I don't care what you guys say if it's good old. I like it.
Hey, you dropped the
Keep
drop.
it coming, man. If it does it for you, it does it for you.
What do we got in the Hurt Locker here, Ryan?
Yeah, so the biggest piece of injury news from the week to start, Malcolm Brown was put on the IR. So for you Malcolm Brown owners out there, really tough break there. Very, very tough break.
Oh, no. What will Miami do?
Oh, man. It's like, they just continue to lose. I don't know. Malcolm. Josh Jacobs. Chest contusion. A little bit more important here. He's got a bye week next week. So that'll definitely benefit him. He's expected to be back week 9. So
All right.
you Kenya and Drake owners, don't get too excited out there. And Miles Sanders, likely a low ankle sprain. And I would be surprised if he's available next week. No official words yet. But we'll get more into that in our next segment here. And then no laughing matter. I don't know who wrote this, but it's super cheesy. Baker Mayfield fractured his humerus in the torn labrum, and if it gets worse, he needs surgery. It'll be out for 6 months. So, Case Keenum? Are we looking at like Minnesota Vikings a la, 2017, 16 with Case Keenum?
No, we are not. We are looking at everybody's a drop except one or two players.
That's fair. All right, and then
he's not practicing this week. I just wanted to bring it up because they're going to be really one-dimensional now. You thought they were before. Kind of wanted to bring up Nick Chubb. Are we going to have no passing attack? They're going to stack 8 in the box. Is he going to be productive? Should you trade him? I don't know. That's something we'll have to get into after. I think he's scheduled to come back this week, but Nick Chubb, that is.
He almost came back.
It's going to be it's going to be a tough go for him.
I mean, I think that Nick Chubb, I think with Case Keenum, he's not as much of a liability as like some of these other backup quarterbacks that are out there. Like I still think you have to respect the pass to some degree. So I still think they're going to be able to run the ball and run it somewhat effectively. Red zone opportunities, I think, are going to go down a bit. Goal line opportunities are going to go down. I don't think they're scoring as much, but I still think he can be, fairly productive. But trading him's not a bad idea.
Yeah, they got Jarvis Landry back too now, and OBJ is still going to be playing through his injury, which I don't think is a great idea, but it'll keep the box a little empty compared.
All right, well, that's it for the Hurt Locker for me. There weren't too many injuries because there weren't nearly as many games. So, that was helpful, I guess.
I guess so. Well, thanks for that, Ryan. How about, it's been a while. I bet you they should be fresh, right? They should be fresh and clean. Let's get into Haynes' briefs here.
Yeah, I just did some laundry today, so hopefully I got some fresh pairs out there.
Look at you.
Another big piece of news today. It goes hand in hand with the Malcolm Brown news. Joe Flacco being traded to the Jets from the Eagles. So now, do we think that he's going to be the starting quarterback next week?
Yeah.
That quickly?
Why not?
Probably it's the Jets. Who knows?
Doesn't matter.
Well, he's returning to the team. Maybe it's a similar offense to what they were running when he was there before. So if anybody has a chance to just jump right into an offense, I guess it's Flacco with the Jets. But
Agreed.
Jamison Crowder, Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, like these guys, I am pretty concerned about going forward.
Yeah, and they're playing the Bengals as well, right? So Joe Flacco, a bit familiar with them for being in the division for so long. So I guess that he has that going for him. But yeah. Hopefully you can wait and see approach. I wouldn't drop those guys just yet, but not much confidence in the Jets anyway. So I was, and now I don't want to talk about it. Moving on.
That's probably enough Jets talk anyway. So Patrick Mahomes cleared concussion protocol. He's expected to play this week. No concerns there. Big concern here, Devontae Adams has been placed on the too sexy list. So they play Thursday night versus Arizona. He's going to need 2 negative tests by Thursday. Is vaccinated, but this doesn't seem like it's likely to happen. So it looks like Adams is out. Reeks, Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard. I know we're going to talk a little bit about this later, but what do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely liking Alan Lazard out of all three of those guys. Lazard, Valdez-Scantling, Cobb, but they're probably going to get spread out a little bit. So who knows at this team? Even Tunyon was relevant this week.
Yeah, true. I mean, this opens up the door for him again. So we'll see what happens there. Seahawks officially have lifted Rashad Penny off the IR. So we'll see if he gets to play tonight. it would be nice to get a little bit of a glimpse into how they're going to use him if he is back tonight. But you boys rushing to the waiver wire for Rashad Penny?
I already have him.
You already did it.
I had him on my
Love
IR for a couple weeks. Why not?
It was a good call. Chris Carson, you never know with him. Saints got several players back after the bye, including Traquan Smith. And again, surprising news here, Miami still sucks.
Who wrote that one?
Yep, they still do. And we really don't need to talk much about that.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, Regan and I can talk all the shit we want behind the scenes, I guess.
We do.
Mac, why don't you go into Week 8 buys and what we're looking at there?
All right, well, so that's all your briefs. Thank you very much. Regan, who do we have on bye? I'll let you do this. I need to look up something real quick.
Yeah, so this week, not as many as last week. So last week we had 6. This week's only 2. So we have the Baltimore Ravens and we have the Raiders. Notable players, really, there aren't that much. Lamar Jackson and Derek Carr for quarterbacks. Wide receivers, you're really, like, the big one would be Marquise Brown, Ruggs if you had to, Renfro if you have him in your flex. The 2 biggest names, I would say, is Mark Andrews and Darren Waller. Darren Waller was out last week, so this is a great timing for him. So get some rest. I expect him to come back full go. And then the Josh Jacobs injury, we don't know where we're at there. In Baltimore, you shouldn't worry about a running back anyways. So,
yeah, we needed them this week, but yeah, after this one, they're drop candidates for me.
oh yeah,
Thanks for that. Yeah, we'll get into waiver wire ads and drops towards the end in our tip drill at the end of this episode. But we're gonna give a Week 7 wrap up. Just a reminder: the rankings we're going off of are 6-point passing touchdown PPR format, and there's still the Monday night game to play, so the rankings are subject to change. Seattle and Saints playing tonight, and hopefully, Jameis Winston just gives me 10 points. That's all I need. Then Lockett to show up a little bit in another league. But yeah, enough about me. But yeah, so we survived Bye-mageddon. And going into the wrap-ups from Thursday night, we record on Thursday nights for our previews into the weekend, so the game hasn't happened. And I was mentioning Dearness Johnson. If you were daring or desperate enough to play him, congrats. I was totally wrong on him. I did not like his subject of work, his body of work, rather. And I know a lot of experts weren't. But I think I might have been too dismissive, so for that, I apologize. It's a great offensive line, man. That Browns offensive line, so good for them. And then Von Miller being hurt early in the game probably helped him out as well. But the Browns line, they left skid marks all over that field with the people they were pushing around.
oh yeah, yeah. I think
Nope, not that one. Dang it. Should be that.
yeah. Good call.
I will say in a very...
Stop.
Go ahead, Reeks, go ahead.
I was going to say, that was a tough one to predict. I was in the same boat. Versus the Broncos pass rush in line. I didn't see that coming. That was a display and a half. You agree, Ryan?
Well, I got a text, Thursday morning from Reeks. I was talking about playing Felton because we have Kareem Hunt in our session takeover tournament. And switched it, picked up Johnson, played him, boom. So we were very hypocritical boys in that one, that's for sure. But looks like we're gonna get the win.
The only one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I texted you, said Johnson was the guy to pick up, didn't I?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Good. All right.
Just
give myself some credit.
Man. I took it well.
Right.
I saw people spending like 50 fab on him, though. I hope it was worth it.
Ugh.
That's what I was getting at. I wouldn't mortgage my future because I figured it'd be a 1-week rental. That's all I was saying about it. But if you desperately needed the win and you had to spend that, it's worth 50 fab for sure.
Yeah, Nick Chubb almost
I'm
played.
not.
So
Yeah.
I was not spending. I got Johnson in one league. I left him on my bench, and I got him after waivers already ran. That was the only time I was getting him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On the other side of the ball, though, Javonte Williams, He only had 4 carries for 20 yards, but 6 receptions, 32 yards and a touchdown.
Touché.
And Melvin Gordon only 2 receptions off of 3 targets. So are we changing of the guard here? Is Javonte Williams trying to take over or about to take over?
I mean, I think we expected this to come at some point this season, and I think that's we're starting to see that over the last couple of weeks. So I wouldn't be surprised moving forward if Javonte Williams gets more and more involved in one way or another.
Yeah, looks more like they're passing downs. Their bye week is bye week 11. So yeah, maybe after that. So playoff push. I would try trading for him. Anyway, OBJ, drop him. 2 receptions, 23 yards. He's
hurt.
I'm not wasting my time with him anymore.
I like it.
That's my opinion. All right. Next matchup. This one we all saw coming, right? Bengals 41, Ravens 17. Jamar fucking Chase, man. I think out of what was a bigger miss? Zach Wilson doing better than Trevor Lawrence and becoming Rookie of the Year, or Jamar Chase really not making that much of an impact right away this season? I think it's that one. He is ranked 16th overall right now in PPR formats. That guy is awesome. They should have had him tackled that 5-yard slant for that 80-yard touchdown pass. But hey, good for him.
Wild.
Tight end Usama, 3 targets, 2 touchdowns. Stealing. This is what sucks when they score so quickly. They don't have drives building in. They have, if they are not the lowest, they're close to it, of number of plays ran, because they score like this. So Mixon only had 12 carries, but he did get a touchdown, thankfully. Tyler Boyd only 4 receptions. T. Higgins only 7 for 62. So share the wealth, guys. What the hell? I mean, Boyd, I think, is droppable if you don't need him.
Close to it.
I think you need him for this week to fill in, but yeah, I don't trust him anymore. You guys got anything on this game?
Well, Uzama won me a league. This is the player that
There you go.
I had Waller. Last minute, I was like, I'm not even going to mess with the late game. I think it was a 4 o'clock game for the Raiders, and I was like, I'm not going to waste my time. Benched him. Grabbed Uzama, and there was other good guys, too, to pick up, but I just had a feeling, and I got really lucky. He got me 20-something points and won me the week. So, thank you, my man.
Yeah, I'd say Burrow right now, quarterback 8 on the season. Yeah, keep him coming. Keep him in your lineup because he's producing, man.
Absolutely. Versus the Ravens, too. That's a good showing. So.
Sorry, I was looking at news that popped up. It's like, Jimmy G will start against the Raiders. Trey Lance will not. It's like, okay, that's news. Thanks. Did not need that. So yeah, we'll get more into the Bengals later. What's the next matchup here, Regan?
All right, next one was Washington 10, Packers 24. Pretty close game, too. It was 7-7 for a while at the beginning of this game. I was like, wow, Washington's really keeping up. And the Packers kind of just took off, scoring 14 unanswered after that. And Aaron Jones, guys, was kind of like the bigger story here, where he had 5 catches, and that was the only reason why it somewhat saved him. He was horrible. He had a total of 39 yards, 6 carries, and 5 catches. That's it. 39 total yards. I was like, what do you do? I don't know how that works out, but apparently that's just how the game went. And A.J. Dillon didn't do well either, so it's not like they got switched. So I wouldn't be worried about Aaron Jones, but I would be worried about A.J. Dillon going forward. I think we got a little excited about him after a couple games, and I just don't think it's his time yet. I think he's going to be good, just not right now.
Yeah, this clearly wasn't the matchup for running backs to thrive here. Clearly, Washington's defense kind of showed up in that side of the ball, but or in that part of the game. But A.J. Dillon, I mean, not doing well is an understatement. You were worse off playing him than you were benching him. So, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough because he was trending upwards, and now he's kind of taking a sharp dip down. So it's hard to know what to do with him at this point.
I would agree. And then we touched on the Devontae Adams too sexy lists. We have three guys like you brought up: Lazard, Valdez-Scantling, and Cobb. I think Lazard had the most output this week, or actually this season, as the next guy up. So he's definitely number one on my list. He might not be out there. We'd have to check out his percentage after, but
we'll get to it when we get to the ads.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was 5 for 6, 60 yards and a touchdown. So
perfect.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, so keep your eyes on him. And then the last guy I got, guys, was Washington. It was McKissick. It looks like between him and Gibson, they're kind of like splitting. Gibson seems just not himself. I'm a little worried about him. So they kind of split the work, and McKissick had more catches. I think he had 4 catches compared to Gibson's 2. Didn't do crazy work, but I think we said last week that we could probably play McKissick. I'm still going to play him as a flex and a flex only at this point. Would you guys agree with that being a safe bet? Or I don't want to play him, but I think it's a safer than a lot of others.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean they got Denver next week, and if they were just torn up, hopefully they can get the running game going with Antonio Gibson as well and McKissick. But yeah, McKissick had 64% of snaps, and Antonio Gibson had 42.
Wow.
Not looking good. He had 14 carries though. Just the average it's bad compared to last year.
You know, I would pick up McKissick for another reason right now. It's that I think Gibson's shin it's not in good shape, and it could definitely be a week coming up where it just kind of crosses that boundary, and now he's out 3, 4, 5 weeks. So
Agreed.
Pick up McKissick if he's available. Stash him. You could even trade for him. And just he's a decent flex play, but I just think forecasting the future, you might see Antonio Gibson miss some time here in the near future.
I like that take. It's a good one.
Agreed. And Terry McLaurin's still a stud.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
No matter who's throwing to him. Moving on.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Regan, go.
Falcons
I'm just
30.
going to check out. I'm going to check out for a bit.
Good call. Falcons 30. Dolphins, sadly, lost again with 28 points. It looked pretty good.
Shocker.
Like you guys said, Tua ranked number 1 this week.
He is so far the number 1 quarterback on the week.
Good for you, buddy. Got something to look forward to.
He had 4 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he had 4 carries for 29 yards and 291 passing yards. But he was 32 for 40. So pretty accurate.
Right?
Too bad their defense can't stop the freaking Falcons.
No one can.
I'm not getting into bitch please, but I'm so sick of them.
So, like I said, Malcolm Brown got put on the IR, and we said it's really not crazy, but that does take away from Gaskin's output, and especially the goal line carries. So, Mac, you can go pick him up again. That should be pretty good. Gaskin, that is.
I actually played Gaskin.
There you go, buddy. Oh yeah, this week was a must.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't want to, but it helped out. I also did pick up Salah Ahmed as well.
I saw that
leading into the week, because I had a bench spot, or I had Ramondre Stevenson, and we'll get into that. But healthy scratch, so I was like, all right, I'll pick up another running back, deep dive, deep cut. Thankfully Gaskin did all right. Is he going to come back? Is he going to be all right, or is he going to be a dud next week? Most likely a dud.
Yeah.
Most likely a dud next
I would say that.
Safer bet, honestly.
Yeah, he will be. They have Buffalo. So
Yeah.
drop him, and then they have Houston the next week.
Pick him back up.
I'm going to pick him back up.
To the other side of the ball, the winners of this game. Cordell Patterson
The team
had
we're talking about.
the Falcons, and Cordell Patterson becoming the running back 1 here at 72% of snaps. Mike Davis, it was late where he got hurt, but he did limp off the field in the fourth quarter. Obviously did not get as much work compared to Cordell Patterson. In the meantime, do not drop Mike Davis. I think he's a good stash play here and there. Cordell Patterson does make me nervous. He's such a lanky tall back, I'd be worried about him getting injured. That's just my opinion. And then Kyle Pitts, guys, again, back-to-back weeks. So in the past 2 games, he's had 282 yards on 16 catches and a touchdown. Oh, I'm sorry, in 3 games. 282 yards, though. Not too shabby. And it was... No, it was 2 games. They played the Jets.
I was going to say in the
Miami.
last 2, yeah.
No,
they had a bye week.
Typo
So.
on my end. So, yeah, 282 for 16 catches in 2 games, but it was versus the Jets and Miami. Do we trade him high? Mac, what do you think?
Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
No, I would not. I think this is what we've been waiting for, him to get involved in the offense more. I'm not trading him. I do have Dalton Schultz, but you also got to think his bye week's over now.
Yep.
If you trade him, you might have to deal with somebody else having a future bye week. But his snap percentage was right at 67%. I do want to see that go back up to like 84, what he had against the Giants, but you're going to need him.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to need him, so I would not trade him.
Yeah, and here's another reason why I wouldn't trade him right now is that this week he still shined, and there were no outliers, right? Like Calvin Ridley was back, Russell Gage was back, everybody was there, and he still produced, and that's a really, really good sign.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm pumped about it. Do you guys see Matty Ice throw that bread basket of a pass to him up the sideline? Oh my, that was glorious. I was like, this is what I expected to see all year. He's so big. You need to take advantage of it.
Yeah. That's great. Let's talk about the better tight end. That's the number 3 tight end on the year so far, Mike Gesicki.
Gross.
Look at him go.
Yeah.
What is gross about
No,
that?
I'm just
7
kidding.
receptions, 85 yards,
I'm impressed.
and a touchdown. I kind of highlighted this at the preseason. I like going with guys in a contract year. I think he's out of Miami after this year, but he's gonna be making money. So hopefully he goes to a good team and keep this rolling.
I threw him in a flex this week. That's how hot he's been.
Nice.
I did too. It still didn't help me because it was against you, but
Fair.
and Kyle Pitts is number 7, just for context.
Yeah, and he had the bye, so I wonder if that affected him.
Guys, I've been
And
really
Dallas-
excited to get into this next game. Have we talked about the Dolphins and the Falcons yet?
One more question though. How's your boy Dallas Goedert doing? Where's he at in the rankings?
That's who I doubled up Gesicki with this week.
Nice.
He had a decent week. Not
he-
Gesicki level, but
Couldn't get in
decent
the
week.
end zone, but yeah, he's number 14th right now. So
Ooh, I'm not winning that bet so far.
no, missing a game really sucked. All right, next game, Ryan. Did you enjoy the Pats game?
I did. I only watched the second half, but that's all I needed to watch. It was fantastic. Patriots
Really didn't need to watch
54, Jets 13. So I love the segue talking about the Dolphins and how shitty they are, and then right into like a Pats scoring 50+ points game. So yeah,
Max set up the
I don't
order.
know. Riggs, how are you feeling about this game? Are you
Oh,
like biting at the chomps?
I wish they could play them every week. It would be amazing.
Just say biting at the chops. What?
Yeah, is that the saying?
Biting at the bit.
I don't think so.
Biting at the bits.
It'd
Something
be
at
a
the chomps, right?
It's like chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
chomp
not,
on
it's
something.
It's not chomping. It's chomming.
Regan's the one who likes to get bit. He's the one who should be
Whoa!
able to share
That
this
is true.
information. Clarify.
That is true. That is true.
You guys done?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm surprised you're not wearing a turtleneck covering up those bite marks.
Riggs, you had a couple of notes on this game. Why don't you get into them?
Jesus. Anyways, I think let's get into the worst part of this game was the Jets, obviously. So going forward, I really think there's only 3 players you can actually talk about, and that's Michael Carter, who I'm pretty excited about with his output the past couple of games. Corey Davis and Jamison Crowder. Joe Flacco actually kept Jamison Crowder pretty relevant when he was playing, so I kind of like that stack. Corey Davis is new to the team this year, so I have no idea how that will work. But Joe Flacco's He's been around. He's going to make it work for him. I like Jamison Crowder on the short, get the ball out of Joe Flacco's hands so he doesn't die type of thing. Sorry. So, what is it? Michael Carter had 37 yards on 11 carries, but he did have 8 catches this week for 67.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 73% of the snaps. So, he's the go-to guy right now. I actually played him. I didn't want to. Obviously, I had to because of bye weeks. But going forward, I'm okay with, having to play him. Need be at 73%.
Double digits 3 weeks in a row for him.
Perfect. And then get into the good side. I think that's enough on the Jets. You guys got anything on the Jets?
We'll get into it more with Michael Carter. Definitely pick him up. Check your waiver wire.
Yeah, I found him in one.
Looks like he's taken over. Yeah, I found him before the weekend started, so grabbed him real quick. But yeah, we'll get to the more beneficial side over here.
Yeah, and that is the New England Patriots. So guys, Damien Harris, he's had over 100 yards in the past 2 games. He's had 4 touchdowns in the past 3 games. He hasn't had more than 3 catches all season, which kind of sucks. So it brings his floor down a little bit. But 100 yards, I think he's had, it was 2 touchdowns yesterday.
2 touchdowns yesterday. He did have 2 receptions for 7 yards. So
yeah.
Look at him go.
Killing it.
But this is what I look for. This is what's pretty cool. Against Houston, over 4 yards average per carry. Against Dallas, it was 5.6 per carry. Then this one was 7.5 per carry. Mm-hmm. Now they have the Chargers coming up, so look for him. I'd still say he could get over 5 yards on average. Keep feeding the ball, and it was good to see that he wasn't on the injury report for once.
That's
it was nice, honestly. I could actually plug him in and not be nervous.
Mm-hmm.
He is running hard too. Like he at certain points will drag 2, 3, 4 guys, which is part of the problem because he usually ends up fumbling on those plays. But he's running hard. He's like you said, Mac. He's averaging over 5.5 yards per carry over the last 3 games, and he's got some pretty good matchups coming up, like the Chargers, Carolina, Atlanta after Cleveland. So yeah, he's going to be pretty relevant moving forward for the next few weeks.
I like it.
Too bad he doesn't get to face the Jets anymore this year, though.
He does get Miami again.
He does have Miami. And he has Jacksonville championship week.
Ooh, baby.
So,
trade candidate.
So, for pass catchers on the Pats, guys, I only feel comfortable playing Derrick Henry, Jacoby Myers, and that's kind of like barely. That's on like the cusp. With Derrick Henry, he's the red zone target for this team. Oh, my God. Hunter Henry.
I wish we had Derrick Henry, man. That'd be sweet.
Imagine.
We'd be talking about Damien Harris anymore.
Just a red zone target.
Undefeated.
He throws touchdowns. He doesn't catch them. So Hunter Henry is the red zone target on this team. He's had 4 touchdowns in the past 4 games. Obviously won a game. It's been awesome. And Myers is the leading receiver on this team, averaging around 6 receptions a game. But he's really only relevant in PPR. He does not get touchdowns. We all know that. He's never had one, and I don't know how many catches. So I'm only playing him.
Wait. So the Patriots scored 54 points, and you're telling me Jacoby Myers couldn't find the fucking end zone at all?
It's true.
Oh, man. I haven't talked to you guys since last week, but I felt for him last week when he scored against Dallas and it got called back. I was like, that's crushing.
And Regan, I'm sorry, I have to correct you. You said that Myers was a reception leader on this team. Brandon Bolden had 6 receptions.
I meant
Jacoby Myers had 5. I know what you meant season long. I just want to bring up Brandon Bolden because you hate Brandon Bolden.
Hey, he actually looked quite fast this game. I was very impressed.
It was against the Jets. I
know, but this was open field. I saw him in the open field before, and it looked like he was in third gear. Just bogging down.
I did want to say something about Brandon Bolden, and that is that, he's been there the longest, and Belichick always relies on guys who have been there for a long time. And he's reliable, and he doesn't fumble the football. So he's going to get action every single week, it seems. So if you look at the last 5 weeks, he's had, 6 catches, 4 catches, 3 catches. I think there was one outlier where he had 1 catch.
Yep.
But he's taken over that James White role. So I think he's a good guy to have in your lineup, especially if more running backs go down.
Or get scratched like Ramondre Stevenson this week.
Yeah, what's going on with him? I don't know what the fuck to do with him anymore.
I don't know. He should put some Neosporin on those scratches, though.
Kendrick Bourne, I don't want to,
Say it.
Oh my God.
Say it.
Kendrick Bourne, I don't want to forget about him. He's producing at a fairly reliable rate. So over the last 4 weeks, he had 21 points, 11 points, 7 points, almost 15 points, and 18 points. So
Wow.
he's getting in double digits 4 out of the last 5 weeks, and he's getting into the end zone. So Kendrick Bourne is another guy. I played him this week, and I'm glad I did.
Awesome. I like it.
Did he throw the touchdown, or was that Aguilar who
Caught
threw
it.
the touchdown? Yeah, he caught it. All right, so yeah, Aguilar threw it.
I believe so.
Or was that Jacoby Myers again?
No, it wasn't. Imagine having
I was-
multiple passing touchdowns, but not a receiving touchdown. You're a receiver.
That's what he does. Yeah. I didn't watch much of this game. There was more entertaining ones, so
Wow.
I apologize. Like Miami and Atlanta, that was a good game to watch. Just kidding. We can move on, though. I think you guys got any final points that you want to touch on? We got to move this along.
No, yeah, let's speed it up. Here we go.
All right, cool. Speaking of speeding up, this one, the Panthers 3 points, Giants 25. It was a strange game for a while. It was like 5-3, Giants winning. I thought it was a baseball game at first. I was like, it's definitely not the Red Sox because they haven't been able to score at all lately. Huh, Ryan?
That's a
No, 'cause
late
they're not
joke.
playing anymore, Mac.
I'm sorry?
So they're not playing anymore, so that would make sense.
I haven't talked to you since they got kicked out of the playoffs.
He's been
Good
saving
run. That was
that
a good
for
run.
2 weeks.
I know. And yeah, the freaking cheating Astros with their whistling. Here we go, Chris Pexoto. Tell us your secrets. How are
He's
they?
the whistler for sure.
He's probably the
Definitely.
whistler.
Getting paid on the side.
Yeah. So yeah, the pretty much I mentioned if you guys were desperate, deep dive. Dante Pettis. He had one completion for 16 yards. He was 5 for 5, 39 yards, and a touchdown. So DJ Moore, 13 points, 6 receptions, 73 yards. Are you guys worried about Carolina's offense now?
Oh, yeah.
They should be getting McCaffrey back this week,
What?
right? Right? Isn't he
I
coming
think
off?
it's-
I
Oh,
saw
He
maybe
has one more
week 9. I saw week 9, and I'm
Week
not getting
9?
my hopes up anymore
All right.
for Christian McCaffrey.
I'm not either. But yeah, then Devontae Booker, still relevant. He got 14 points. So keep holding on to him, especially with the way running backs are going down
Oh, yeah.
lately. And especially if you have Saquon Barkley, you need that handcuff. So hold on to Hubbard as well, even though he had a bad week. Not much to talk about in this game. I should have started the Giants defense, apparently. Who saw that coming? All right,
Not me.
cool.
Crickets.
Yeah,
Nobody saw
That was
it.
a simple game.
Speaking of what everybody saw coming,
Oh, my God.
Chiefs 3, Titans 27. Ryan, you had Mahomes against me in our Dynasty League, and I'm like, I could win. I could win. If Brady throws like 7 touchdowns, I could win. You only got 8 points with Mahomes, but I had Brady, and we'll get into it later, but he kept passing to Mike Evans, so it did not help me at all. But anyway, yeah, what's going on with the Chiefs? Tyreek Hill, 12 points. Brian Pringle, 12 points. We all saw that. And Travis Kelce, 13.5. That's the only relevant players on the Chiefs.
It's gross.
Pretty
guys.
disappointing. It is gross.
Yeah, I mean, this was a good matchup for the Chiefs. I as far as fantasy goes, I wouldn't get too concerned about their offense at this point. Mahomes has still been top 5 3 weeks out of the 7. He's been a quarterback 1 every week besides this week. So I'm not worried about Pat Mahomes. Because of that, I'm not really worried about Tyreek Hill either. I still think he's going to have like this like boom or bust, and his bust, the floor for that is probably going to be low double digits. and the boom's going to be your 45, 50-point games. So I know Reegs had asked this question, are we buying low on Hill right now? And I'd say hell yeah. Like, if you can get him for a decent price, go ahead and make that move. Because I don't think I'm not low on the Chiefs offense, and I'm not sure there are a lot of people out there that are thinking that this offense is going to do this moving forward.
Yeah, the good news is that they are not having a good season, so they will need to pass the ball and score later on in the season, just when we're hitting our fantasy playoffs and everything. So that is good news, and they won't have to put it in cruise control. Regan.
Oh, crap.
Tyreek Hill hasn't been having that great of a season. What rank do you think he is in receivers? PPR format.
14.
Number 2.
What?
Number 2, behind 40 points behind Cooper Kupp. And then Jamar Chase nipping at Tyreek Hill's heel. That did not work out too well. Tyreek Hill's heels.
Wow, he's...
Yeah. This one would surprise you. Marquise Brown, number 6. Jeez, look at him go. Anyway. Yeah, so a lot of people who might be feeling like, all right, Tyreek Hill is not producing. Same with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is still the number 1 tight end on the year. He's just not, being so dominant in the way, usually scoring 50 points against ahead of the second-ranked tight end. So I would try trading for these guys soon before they turn it on. Because somebody might be discouraged who has them on their team. So, anything else you guys want to touch on? For the Chiefs, we'll talk about the
Tennessee,
the other team, Titans. All right, cool. Ryan Tannehill finally relevant, making himself a worthy start. Unfortunately, he couldn't help Julio out. I started him and Allen Robinson. And that was my other league that I lost. Those were my choices. And Corey Davis. Yeah, it was a bad week. But yeah, Julio, is he droppable? 10-team league.
Julio,
yeah, droppable.
10-team, yes.
10-team?
12-team, shop him. See what you can get for him. Especially with bye weeks.
I would
still
literally
kind of
wait.
blooming.
Yeah. Good for another bye week, or wait for him to have like one okay game and just try to get something for him.
Yeah,
I can't think of another player, and I'm sure there's plenty out there, but who has been as big of a letdown as Julio Jones. When he got traded to the Titans, everybody was like, "This is going to be the greatest thing for Julio Jones," and it has not worked out for him.
Gross. I thought Tannehill was going to be next level with him, and Tannehill's still okay, but not compared to what we were picturing.
So I mentioned it, I think, during our preview week, our sits and starts. The passing yards are there. The passing attempts are there. Mm-hmm. It's just not the touchdowns. And Derrick Henry, as we mentioned it, how he's outscored the rushing touchdowns. He outscored the Vikings, the Packers. I forget the rest of the teams.
5 teams.
The Steelers, the rushing teams. Yeah, 5 teams. He's outscoring them combined. So he's stealing them, and he stole them by throwing the freaking ball. I was like, come on. That was at the beginning of the game. I was like, of course, Ryan Tannehill. I start him, and he's not going to do well. Yeah, Julio's schedule, though, the Rams, then New Orleans, not looking too good. But playoff schedule, Pittsburgh, San Fran, Miami. I think Derrick Henry will just run all over Miami if he's still healthy. So, yeah, I think he's droppable in those 10-team leagues.
I think we talked a lot about how Derrick Henry would help these wide receivers before the season and help like the play action game and increase the passing yardage and touchdowns. And it's been the exact opposite. Like having Julio Jones and A.J. Brown has opened up Derrick Henry even more.
We just thought they were going to try to limit some of those rushes. He's had so many.
Right.
It's been absurd.
Yeah.
Ugh, I
I
It's
thought
incredible.
I really thought it would be the opposite way, but oh well. Anything else on these games?
Not other than the Titans lost to the Jets, I believe, and now they've beaten Buffalo and the Chiefs.
Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Wake up call.
Right.
But yeah, Derrick Henry, number 5 running back on the week, behind Brandon Bolden. Wow, he sucks.
Yeah, he does.
18 and a half points. Brandon Bolden, 19, or pretty much 20 points. Look at him. So Brandon Bolden is better than the Titans, and the Jets are better than and Derrick Henry. And I was gonna say the Jets are better than the Chiefs because they beat the Titans. The Titans beat the Chiefs.
That's right. That's how it works, dude.
That's how
it
Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday. All right, moving on. This one, game of the week here. I was rooting for the Lions. Lions 19, Rams 28. Regan, were you able to catch this game?
I wasn't. It's my father-in-law's birthday.
Oh, man.
Love the guy.
Yeah.
Killed me, though.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Birthdays.
I watched the highlights or whatever. I just saw Cooper Kupp, killing it as usual.
As usual. It was a pretty exciting game at the beginning. Ryan, did you watch it at all? They did an onside kick.
Yeah.
They got the ball back. Then they did a fake punt to convert. And DeAndre Swift, we didn't have to wait until garbage time. Number 1 running back on the week. Good for him.
That was my biggest takeaway. It was just so nice not to look at my phone and be like, 2 points, DeAndre Swift, 2 points, DeAndre Swift, 6 minutes left in the game, and now he's got now he's up to 16 points. So it was just nice not to have to worry about him the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. I did actually get to watch the first 3. What do you call it? I saw the touchdown, Swift's touchdown, the onside kick. I was just mind blown. Then I was leaving. I was like, why? I was like, this game's amazing.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, baby. I love it. Keep that shit coming. It's entertaining as hell.
Yeah, why not? He was going for it on 4th and 4th and 5. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Everybody thinks you're going to get blown out anyway. I think they were able to cover, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there really isn't much. I did want to mention this. Jamal Williams. Excuse me. I was pretty high on him. I thought they were going to be split in the backfield more so, but his snap percentage keeps going down. Now, next week they have Philly, so if you absolutely need a running back and Philly cannot stop the run and you need to start Jamal Williams or flex him, I'm okay with it, but then they have a bye week. I think after next week you could drop him. You can even drop him this week if you don't need him.
You were
Just
right,
wanted to
though.
mention that.
You were right, though, Mac. They really are splitting. Actually, Jamal Williams, I believe, had 1 carry more than Swift, but Swift just has catches.
Swift had 1 more.
Is
the
that,
other way
okay.
around. But yeah, Jamal Williams not involved in the passing
At all.
He didn't have any targets at all, and it sucks. I thought he would be more involved, but hey, Hawkinson got back going a bit.
Speaking of targets,
Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sorry, I just want to mention this. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I am sorry. Told you guys to start him, and he goosed.
nada.
I really thought he'd do well. A lot of us did it, and it sucked. But Khalif Raymond, the Holy Cross guy, look at him. Bringing up his stats here: 6 receptions, 115 yards. So
Nice.
good for you, guy. Good for
Yeah,
you.
we talked about picking him up a couple weeks ago, so
We did.
Hopefully
We
it.
did. People were listening in our leagues. What were you going to say, Regan? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. Speaking of catches or targets, it's Cooper Kupp averaging 8 catches a game now, averaging 115 yards a game, as well as a touchdown. So that's about 25.5 fantasy points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned he's the number 1 on the day. Not too
Yeah,
bad.
out on the season. Yeah,
the season,
he's
I'm
outscoring. Yeah, he's outscoring Tyreek Hill by 40 points. So
Oh, love it. He's been so consistent.
if
too.
you got him, keep him. Next one, Eagles 22, Raiders 33. Jalen Hurts, he got me 27 points. It was ugly. Do not check your team if you are starting him or watch the game for that matter. Just wait until the fourth quarter and hold your breath. Hopefully he does well for fantasy. He's really not doing well for
The Eagles.
for reality football. But now Joe Flacco's chipped out of there. We'll get into some pickups later on because Miles Sanders, we mentioned, got hurt. Devontae Smith, Regan, are you worried about him? Only 5 receptions for 61 yards.
I'm nervous. I'm still playing him in flex, no problem. But it's just weird. It's just so inconsistent. He goes and has like a good game, like 100 yards the other day, and now this. It's back and forth. It kills me.
Yeah, it does. Ryan, do you have Waller?
Do I have Waller?
Yeah, do you have Waller in any leagues?
In one league, I do, yes.
Yeah.
And I actually played Mr. Moreau there.
Did you? I was going to say, did you get
yeah.
Moreau? 100% of the snaps, 6 for 6, 60 yards and a touchdown. Good for you. Just got to be alert for stuff like that. It was early in the morning, not too early, but saying that he might not play, and yeah, you gotta be alert to be able to pick up those guys. So that kind of came out of nowhere. I don't remember anything leading up to that week where he might not play.
Nope.
Yeah, and then it ended up being a game time decision for a 425 game. So the only move you can make was picking up Moreau at that point.
Yeah,
And
but you gotta have a bench spot open as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything else on this game?
Not really. We just got to watch out for Jacob's injury, and he should be back next week, so pretty good.
Yeah, should be. Next one, I don't think we really have to talk much about. Texans 5, Cardinals 31.
Wow,
The
5.
poor Texans. Yeah, it was. I think it was intentional grounding by Kyler Murray or something. That's how they got the safety.
Love that.
DeAndre Hopkins, though, 7 receptions, 53 yards, and a touchdown. That was, I was expecting more for a revenge game.
His yards haven't been there. Catches have.
No, they really haven't. And I was going to get into drop candidates, but before I forget, Rondell Moore, go ahead and drop him. He's not involved enough. I'm all set with keep holding on to him. If you need to drop, if you need a spot, you can drop him.
Yeah, Zach Ertz is going to probably be hurting all these guys, Christian Kirk and Moore, for catches.
Ryan, Brandon Cooks. You hoping he stays on the Texans? Or are you expecting him to be traded?
I don't know. I think at this point it seems like I haven't heard any news suggesting that he might be on the market. So expect him to stay with the Texans. Pray that Tyrod Taylor comes back at some point. And I'm glad I traded Brandon Cooks. I got to be honest, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyrod
I
Taylor,
keep forgetting that you trade him.
Tyrod Taylor is practicing this week, but he's questionable to actually play. They are playing the Rams, I believe. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So
He's a good trade target right now. I think Reeves, you made note of this, but I still think I would buy him right now because you can get him low. He hasn't been performing. He's got the Rams next week, and Tyrod Taylor's coming back in the near future. So maybe people out there don't have all that insight.
He has the Rams, then Miami. So that fixes all.
that's what I'm saying.
But then a bye week, but then Tennessee and the Jets. So this is a time that you got to be looking ahead of schedules here. Mm-hmm. And Kyler Murray, he's still awesome. But you know who's awesomer? The GOAT, Tom Brady. Bears 3, Buccaneers 38. Tom Brady had 4 passing touchdowns, only 211 yards because their defense was creating turnovers, giving them short fields on special teams, so that kind of sucked. But will Tom Brady break the touchdown record this year? He has 21 on the year so far. He's on pace for 51. Peyton Manning has the record at 55. You guys, Any bold predictions? Is he going to break it? He's going for it. It's obvious. They were still passing it deep when the game was well in hand. And he's trying to get that. He just got the 600-plus regular season one.
Yeah.
That whole ordeal.
I just don't know how it works with the 17 games. It's kind of cheating. Just saying.
Doesn't matter. It's a single-season record.
It's true.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to get it.
I don't think so either. I think the pace that he's on right now is his ceiling. Like, I think if anything, he probably becomes a little bit less productive as far as for passing TDs. But who knows? It's Tom Brady, so anytime you doubt him, he's just going to do whatever you're doubting him on.
Keep sleeping on him. Nobody believes in him.
That's right.
Yeah, they have the New Orleans Saints next week and then a bye week. But then they got a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way besides Buffalo and New Orleans again. So I'm going to say it. I think he's going to break it. I
wouldn't be mad to see it.
Mike Evans, Regan, look at him go. You don't like Mike Evans.
Not really.
You going to trade any of these guys, these receivers, this number one passing offense
Yeah, so
in the league right now?
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of wondering with you guys. Like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they both had great weeks. They have been okay. I think Godwin's been a little bit more consistent. But with Brown being out and Gronk being out, and then obviously them coming back soon, are we trying to trade both Evans and Godwin? What do you think, Ryan?
I'd consider trading both of them. I mean, it's clearly their performances have gone up with Brown and Gronk out. I mean, Brown's missed 2 games so far. Gronk's missed, 4 at this point? So we don't know what's going to happen when Gronk comes back to all of these guys because he was taking away a lot of touchdowns at the beginning of the year. I'd consider shopping Antonio Brown too because his consistency has come with Gronk not playing. So I'm a little worried that when Gronk comes back and if the other guys stay healthy, that you'll start seeing more 3 to 7 point games coming out of Antonio Brown.
Good insight. Mac, you trading for?
All right.
You trading for any of those guys?
Yeah. I mean, I have at least one on every single one of my leagues, so I could be right at least one of them. One in the combination, Brown, Evans, or Godwin. So, yeah, I'm holding on to them. And I don't really want both. I don't want 2 on the same team. So, I'm good. I'm happy with one. But, yeah, I want Tom Brady on my team as well. But we'll see.
I did want to touch. I can't remember the name, but we got to talk about the Bears.
Yeah, Khalil Herbert.
Yes.
I think, did you mention him in our rookie preview of players to watch out for? Was that you, Ryan? The little guy, 5'9". It was probably Ryan. I'll have to look back. That was way back at the beginning. Can you believe that we're at like 55 episodes right now?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, Khalil Herbert. He
Looks awesome.
I benched him stupidly.
Me too.
I still won, but
Me too.
18.3 points, man, 100 yards, 18 attempts, and what we just saw, Jonathan Taylor destroying San Fran. They have them next week. I'm playing him. Then they have Pittsburgh and then a bye week. So yeah, keep starting him. Mm-hmm. But is this the only bright spot for the Chicago Bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Safe to say.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney, dud, 6 points. Allen Robinson, 3.5. I gotta drop him. Like there's nobody else. It sucks. Their offensive line is just terrible.
It's gross. It really is. And Williams was there too, and he still got all the work. So.
Yeah. I would keep on playing Khalil Herbert until Monty comes back.
Like it.
All right. Moving on. Colts 49ers. What was the score of this game? 30 to 18 Colts. Look at that.
Yeah, I picked the Colts.
I did not. But Ryan, the return on investment for Elijah Mitchell finally, huh?
Yes. Oh, it took 4 weeks, 5 weeks, however long it's been.
worth all of that 80 fab for you. So good for you. 107 yards and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on the other side, he had 107 yards and a touchdown. 3 receptions, though. I'm a little worried Elijah Mitchell's not getting any receptions, but we'll see. Besides that, Michael Pittman, 4 receptions, 105 yards, and a touchdown. Then Deebo Samuel on the other side, 21 points, 100 yards, and a touchdown off of 7 receptions.
That might be my biggest bust, is Deebo.
Please stay healthy. Please stay
don't
healthy.
don't jinx him.
God.
Oh, if he gets injured, that's not a bust for me. So I was kidding. I hope he doesn't get injured. Knocked on wood.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really only a handful of players that had some fantasy value. Regan, did you get burned at all? You didn't play Ayuk, did you?
No, I dropped him months ago.
Okay.
I had
months ago.
I had Mitchell going, and that was awesome. But I also had Herbert
good.
and Johnson on my bench, and I played him over him, so he actually was the worst out of the 3.
Oh, yeah.
But no,
Did you
It's
win,
not a
though?
bad problem.
I did win. I scored 200 and something points in a 2 QB league on a bipocalypse.
That's good.
type of thing.
That's good. Mo Alley Cox, he got into the end zone again. Look at him go. 3 receptions, though, for 25 yards. We might talk about picking him up.
Who did we say was the Robert Tonyan of this year? It wasn't Mo Alley, right? But he's trending that way.
He might be. He's number 9 so far. Who?
I think you said
Dalton Schultz, I think, is what I was saying.
I thought it was Troutman.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Troutman. I can't remember who it was, but Mo Alley Cox is the new Robert Tonyan. That's all I'm trying to get at. Touchdown every week, 3 catches.
Yeah,
Love that.
he's had 4 touchdowns on the year, 2 against Miami. But yeah, he's got Tennessee, Jets, Jacksonville coming up. So if you need a tight end streamer, he's definitely worth picking up. All right, we gotta get into. Wow, we've already been over an hour. Regan, do you got to go? You got basketball coming up.
It's all good. Hey, that's what the tip drill's all about, my man.
Yeah, let's go quick. Here we go.
All right, tip drill. We are getting into our waiver wire ads, and then we'll quickly drop players. Especially for our 10-team leagues, you can pay attention for guys coming back from bye because people did drop them. So the percentages, we're going to go off of 12-team leagues, but just keep that in mind. QBs, Ryan Fitzpatrick may be coming back.
That's a stash.
But the Washington football team, they have Denver and then a bye week. But then they got Tampa, so I'm really not looking to invest in a streaming quarterback just for this week against Denver. I'm not too excited for that matchup, but I wouldn't hold on to Heineke. You can drop him. Your guys. Ryan, Mac Jones?
Mac Jones, 31% rostered, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in the last 4 games. Yardage range, anywhere between 229 and 307. So he's becoming more and more consistent. So if you need a quarterback to stream who will put up double-digit points, he's the one.
Yeah, not bad. Trevor Lawrence, 41% rostered. You shouldn't have to go that deep, but they do have Seattle next week. So if you do need to stream somebody next week. And then Kirk Cousins coming back off a bye, 69% rostered.
If I find him, I am picking him up right away. Also awesome percentage.
I'm picking him up and playing him over Tannehill.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. But yeah, quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, he's been picked up a lot, though, so there's really not much to pick from. Tua, number 1 on the week. You can get him. Running backs here. Regan, we'll have you start off.
Obviously.
Anybody worth in the... You want to start with your boy?
Ryan can.
Oh, okay. All right. Who's the other guy?
Kenneth Gainwell is probably going to be the main pickup if you ask me for this week, with Miles Sanders probably having the biggest injury out of running backs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's...
Yeah, it's possible.
Right, who you got?
Yeah. I got Brandon Bolden, 6% rostered. Last 5 games has mostly been involved in the passing game. So, I think he's going to be more reliable of an option than like an A.J. Dillon, or if Josh Jacobs is healthy, he'll be more reliable than Kenyon Drake. So, throw him in there. See what happens. 6% rostered.
Mm-hmm. And then Zach Moss, 78% roster, but I just saw him available in my 10-team league. So,
Wow.
I think he's a worthy pickup for myself. But, yeah. Not too much on running backs. I think we pretty much covered that. We'll tweet it out if you guys want. You can follow us at JustATipFFP. I knew I was forgetting something at the beginning of the episode. But the links are in the description of the episodes. Wide receivers.
Yes. So Russell Gage.
Yeah, go ahead, Regan.
Russell Gage is probably going to be a nice pickup. We saw him finally get back into the offense this week. And the office, too. That's where he works.
It is.
But I was pretty impressed by that. The ball was really moved around. And Ryan, you said you played him. How'd that feel?
Great. Especially when I saw the touchdown notification pop up.
Love that.
It's beautiful. I have another guy here, Darius Slayton, and this is contingent on the wide receiver situation, but it looks like Galladay might be headed for the IR. I saw that today. And Sterling Shepard might be back next week, but at the same time, I don't think you can really know for sure about Sterling Shepard until game day.
Yeah, very true. We kind of touched on it with Green Bay. Alan Lazard, 5% rostered. Pick him up. Michael Gallup, you guys have any interest in him coming off his IR designation?
Yes.
Nope. Okay. No more Cedric the Entertainer?
No, Cedric Wilson's been doing what Michael Gallup would do. Right. So if you can stream Wilson, then you're going to be able to stream Gallup.
Yeah, especially in like those 3 wide receiver leagues and a couple flexes for sure. Mm-hmm. Anybody else here, Regan?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up AJ Green. I think he's getting the same amount of receptions as Hopkins. Obviously, not getting the touchdowns and whatnot. But I looked at my stepdad's league Sunday morning just to help him out, grab him somebody, and AJ Green was just chilling there. So I was very impressed, very surprised by that. So I grabbed him for that. Just keep an eye out on that. There's going to be a couple players that you're going to randomly find in your league, and don't be surprised. just grab them.
Yeah, definitely check them out. Guy, I know I keep falling on guys that are coming off the bye weeks, but Laviska Shenault, 54% rostered. He has Seattle if you need him, and then AJ Green's 59% rostered for you. And yeah, Alan Lazard, he had 5 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown. So definitely go with him. Oh, yeah. Maybe Randall Cobb, 9% rostered. Even deeper tip for you. Jamal Agnew, 1%. 1% rostered. He had 10 and 12 points before the bye. He's more of a stash for me. Look ahead at your bye week, see if you need to pick somebody up after waivers clear. Do not spend any waiver priority or fab on him. Do we got anybody for tight ends here? I think, Ryan, you were just mentioning Mo Alley Cox. You got to pick him up?
Yeah, at this point I would. He seems to be pretty the odds of getting a touchdown are pretty high with him. So, yeah, Mo Alley Cox for sure.
Yeah, he's only like 5% rostered.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Uzama?
I'm trying to...
Yeah, Uzama.
I love it. He saved me. I want to see who Cincinnati's playing next week. They are playing the Jets. Yeah, I'm going to play him. Definitely going to play him.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's just a Joe Mixon show and running all over him, like Damien Harris did. But, that's the other guy I have going. I have Kamara going tonight. I need him to score me like 20 points and we'll be all right. Ricky Seals-Jones, he's still at 54% rostered. I'm surprised. He's out there on the field 100% of the time. They target him. For Washington, tight end there, I would definitely look to see if you need a tight end. Grab him. Any defensive streamers here, Regan?
The main one I was going to say was the Steelers. So after they came off on bye, they got a pretty nice schedule with Cleveland, Chicago, and Detroit the next 3 weeks. Cleveland's been looking crappy with, the backup Case Keenum. And Chicago's been hurting, and Detroit might be the hardest game they're going to have, honestly.
Is that crazy? Chicago is letting up the most sacks, I believe.
Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah, poor Fields.
Put
Andy Dalton in. Wasn't his choice. Cincinnati, 18%, roster going against the Jets. So, Ryan, we got to make some room. Drop candidates. I think we kind of touched on them, though, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Allen Robinson, Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
2 guys you can consider dropping.
Yeah, for sure. Tyler Boyd, I'd say, is a candidate as well. Ready to move on from him. A.J. Dillon, I know we were saying to stash. I think we grabbed a lot of backup running backs to play this week. If you don't need the handcuff and the starting running back is not injured, like Christian McCaffrey or David Montgomery, Bears and Panthers running backs there, don't drop those guys. But Aaron Jones is still healthy. You don't need A.J. Dillon.
I think that's a great call, Max.
I
did want to
bring coming back.
Thing.
You don't need Pollard. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to touch right on exactly what you were just saying with the backups and everything and you having them. I'm in the case right now that I have Alexander Madison in one league. Don't have Cook. I do have Christian McCaffrey. The guy that has Chuba Hubbard has Dalvin Cook. So if you can make a trade instead of dropping these backups to get maybe a backup for your own, people are more inclined to make that simple trade than they are to trade one of their starters. So something to look into.
Makes more sense.
Don't go out and just drop them because people are going to pick these backups right away if they're smart.
Yep. And kickers you can drop to make room on your roster and pick up somebody on Sunday. Except Tyler Bass, I see, is available. He was the number one leading kicker, so if you want to pick him up after waivers clear, go right ahead. If you want to follow us on socials, Just a Tip FFP, be much appreciated. Like, subscribe to our YouTube channel that you are watching our pretty faces on. Checking out our cool backgrounds, our cool hats. Just a Tip hat if you're interested to buy one. Let us know. You're always looking good. And just want to say thank you guys for supporting us. It's much appreciated. With our leftovers, real quick. Anybody have any leftovers?
I got a good one.
All right. What's your leftover?
It's more of a just to help you guys out. So after several years of doing fantasy football, quite a few, I've come to the realization that you cannot go and just check your team. You cannot just do that every waking moment. Your phone's going to die the time you get to the 8 o'clock game. There's no point. It's just going to stress you out. You're not going to enjoy these games. It's pointless. What I like to do is either at halftime or after the 1 o'clock games are over, I check. And you can still get the notifications. Like this weekend, I have Yahoo. I have Tom Brady in our league. I literally got 4 just updates: touchdown Tom Brady, touchdown Tom Brady, and so on. And that was good to see. And it didn't show me I was losing. I wasn't, but it wouldn't show me that I was losing. Just save you guys some sanity. Try to wait it out a little bit. Definitely keep looking at the updates though, in case somebody gets injured or something pops up. But try to veer away from your scores. Just saying.
Well, I appreciate the advice. I like to watch and do the math in my head, and I'm always wrong. So I'm either disappointed or excited. It's great.
Oh god.
Ryan, how about you? Got anything for the leftovers?
Yeah, you guys seen Dune yet? On HBO Max in theaters.
It looks awesome.
I have been looking forward to this movie all year. I want to go. I want to go see it in IMAX. I don't want to watch it on HBO Max. I don't want to see it at home. I need to see it in IMAX. I still want to see the James Bond movie too.
I heard that was.
And the Last Duel, I heard is great. But I might wait for DVD on that. But yeah, a lot of cool movies coming up.
DVDs.
On demand, whatever.
Showing your age, buddy.
I meant VOD. God, jeez.
Oh, you're sounding stupid.
I am. And we gotta go.
I do.
We all do. We got a game to watch. We got points to score.
Fellas, it was great to be back. I missed you guys. Missed you guys.
You too, buddy. Your voice. Mac gets to you after a little while. Give me, those are some of our best episodes. Who said that?
Just cut me out.
Nah, never. 2 tips are never good. You always need 3 tips. Everybody knows that.
True. The trifecta. That's what your mom said. Oh! Yes!
Save it for next week.